Welcome, my Dreamcatchers. We're back. Giving you another video. Hey, I gotta start it off by saying, hey, Final Fantasy is legit, no joke, the first game I've ever played in my life. It was Final Fantasy VII, which is why I'm a Cloud fanboy. F you. But, listen, if every time a new console comes out, and there's like a game or one of the games that you very first started with, and if it just happens to be an iconic, one of the most iconic franchises of all time, then kudos to you. If you started your gaming career on Halo, on Resident Evil, on Final Fantasy, on Metal Gear, I would even go as far to say it's Mario, you started your gaming career on the right foot, the right track, even Call of Duty as well. What can we say that's not been said about the reveal of a new Final Fantasy game? Let's take this all the way back. I don't remember there being like a lot of hype for 12, but I remember the hype for 13. I was like, oh my gosh, 13 is going to be great. I hate it now, but beside the point. Then 15 with Noctis. Every time you see a new Final Fantasy, you ask yourself, I wonder what the gameplay is going to be like. I wonder, and I haven't even played Final Fantasy VII Remake yet, and forgive me for that. I got to get my PlayStation 4 back, but I digress. What is this? You know you're going to get a good story. Your question is always going to be, what is the gameplay going to be like? We're going to get like the turn-based like 13, which where you switch the classes, which I actually like 13's gameplay. Are we going to get the one like 12 where you kind of just do your spheres and you can just like put your controller down and just let them walk in and do the attacks on their own? Are you going to get 15 where you kind of strategize with different weapons and things along those lines? You're going to get 7 where you can... Listen, it's always the big question of what the gameplay is going to be like. And it's always good. It's always monumental and it's always memorable. And the story is always memorable. The characters, for the most part, are always memorable. Some of the new ones, you don't really remember. You know the main character, but that's about it. Let us together watch Final Fantasy 16 reveal trailer. You just did 7 Remake, so you know what we like and you know what we love. Let me see what you got. Content on PC emulating the PS5 experience. I ain't gonna lie. PS5 seems like got the best lineup of any PlayStation console ever. I was playing Resogun on the PS4. Okay, new character.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant.
Oh, I think this is...
And only the dominant.
I think that I love these types because this is the old world type. Like Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 12, which they should make a remake of Tactics. But that's a whole nother story. People sleep on Ramza. I love Ramza.
Sergeant, let's summon their icon.
This is like one of those old school Final Fantasies, like in the olden, the Evilise. Hey, Shiva. Yikes.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
This is one of the olden ones. I love these, man.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
Bring back Ramza.
Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
It looks so good. This is like watching an animated movie or something.
I'm sworn to protect him.
Decent gameplay already. Okay, it's a mixture of like 15 and...
Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
Marlboro, I hate. Out of every Final Fantasy, that's my worst hated memory. He's moving like 15.
It was the
I love 15 gameplay.
Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin
I just don't like when the main character dies. It's over.
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
Oh, Balthier. I love Balthier as well. You know what you're getting from Final Fantasy, man.
Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
Gameplay looking really good. Like I said, look 15-ish to me. Yikes.
It's the Archduke's son.
Phoenix.
Stop this!
Oh my gosh. Phoenix? not Phoenix.
Second icon of fire. But that's impossible.
Clearly. What the heck? He turned into Muhammad?
The legacy of the crystals. Has shaped our history.
Oh my gosh. This looks really good, man.
Enough.
Ifrit. Think. No, that's the dude. That's the same.
I'll kill you. If it's the last thing I do.
I know when people seen that, like when they seen this Final Fantasy 16, they got hyped. Because you wouldn't have known until this part right here. Like if you just watching the reveal. Ah, it's a PlayStation exclusive too. Okay. Yeah, I better hit a claps. Okay, let's talk about this. Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 12. I think there's another one, but I'm not sure. Have those olden. It's like those olden school. You know, I call it the land of Evilise, but it's basically like olden. They talk thy and all that stuff, kings and queens, stuff like that. Those are the two Final Fantasies that I know for sure are in that olden setting, right? Balthier, Ramza, what's his name? Zahn. Why is the Final Fantasy 12 main character not as memorable as Balthier? Balthier goes hard, but it looks good. It looks like got the gameplay of 15, but maybe not as much jumping around. Not really sure. But yeah, as we get closer to this game, we're gonna see how's the fighting. If the main character dies, can I switch to my different characters? Is it gonna be like, tactic oriented? I didn't even say that like Final Fantasy 12. It's all gonna be like how the gameplay actually is, which I feel like makes Final Fantasy. Of course, the story is gonna be great for the most part. But yeah. Definitely looking forward to this. You're gonna maybe have to get a PS5, man. But definitely favorite Final Fantasy is 7. If I had to give a strong argument for a second Final Fantasy that I think is up there, it's 9. And I haven't even finished 9. I'm actually currently playing it. So let me get you guys top 2 official real Final Fantasies, and you have to have obviously played them. A lot of y'all be saying 7 and you never played it. Regardless, if you enjoy this content, hit that thumbs up. And I'm ReggieSova, and I'm out. If you like that video and want to see more videos, click here. You want to support your boy, follow my dream, make sure to subscribe here. Also leave that thumbs up below. And in the meantime, I'm ReggieSova, and I'm out.